Good morning and hope you all have been well. In today's video, we are going to be continuing on with our Pokemon Desolation Let's Play, and this is part 45 of the Let's Play, just to let you guys know. So that being said, let us continue on with the story. Darn it, what's taking them so long? Why is the door not being opened? I told you this would happen. They probably forgotten that we were... Oh crap. Darn it. Well, I guess we couldn't be left alone after all, huh? At least this way, we'll be actually doing our jobs. And what job is that? To stand around idly for just the faintest moment while our Pokemon deal with you? I've dealt with you Crescent thugs long enough, you're all the same. It's time to get rid of you lot from Celia for good. Well, I'll be darned. You must be Reeve, probably the most useless gym leader of the bunch. For you of all people to talk down to us, who do you think you're kidding? What makes you think you could just turn your back on your roots and suddenly be the good guy? And you say we're all the same, what a joke. I'd love to stay and chat, but I'll save my words for Baron. Tough talk, but you know that ain't how this goes. If you want to get the Baron, you'll have to get through us first. And I wouldn't be so confident in it if I were you. Well, there's one flaw in that. If I weren't confident, I wouldn't be me, would I? Bro moment. Lipard, we'll go for Sky Uppercut here. That should most definitely OHKO it. Alrighty. Right arm. Paralysis is going to be a little bit annoying, but... Alrighty. That works. I guess Kling Clang is fine. Berserker. Let's go into Bamboo. Yeah, we'll stay in. I could have gone into Noivern, but that's okay. Alrighty, you are down. Ooh, Porygon Z. Love Porygon Z. Fun fact, it actually is in my top 10 favorites. Well, to be fair, it's number 10. Let's go for Sona. That reminds me, I still haven't even done it yet. I need to... I need to make a tier list or tier maker video for like Desolation characters, Rejuve, Reborn, and also the gym leader battles and all that. I still need to do that. Darn it, how did you... Well, Well, it took him long enough. Better late than never. Come on, run. We've got to warn the boss. Good work out there, Alon. Like I said, they're all the same. They ran as soon as the first chance presented itself naturally. Come on, we've wasted enough time here. We need to find Baron before it's too late. I'm gonna go heal. Wasn't there a healing thing over here? Or... yeah, here it is. Alrighty. Pretty cool looking hideout. Well, I'll be darned. To think all of this was just hiding underneath my doorstep. Perhaps I was wrong after all. I really don't know everything that's happening in my district. Now listen up, this is it. No more mistakes. That must be him, Alon. Come on, let's move. Man, I really like the colors. The developers that worked on this did a really good job. I like it a lot. Come on, what's taking you so long? We're out of time. Our ship is soon to arrive and our adversaries are not far behind. Sir, please, the equipment is ready to be moved. We need more time. Time? Don't you get it? We're out of time. Well, well. I won't lie, Reeve. I'm surprised to see you crawling this far underground. It's a bit far from the comfort of the city, isn't it? Not that it matters anymore. Oh. Well, I'll be darned. You dragged the lawn with you. Is that Artem? Or maybe just a higher rank Crescent Grunt? Because he looks quite a bit different. Yeah, he does look different. Well, Alon, I'd be lying if I said it was good to see you. After the chaos you and Shiv created at Bontilia, or Bontilla, however you pronounce that, things haven't quite been the same. You know, what's to come could have been avoided if you didn't feel the incentant, however you pronounce that, need to meddle. So this is Alon, huh? That's gotta be Artem, right? He's got his own little box. I thought you'd be taller. You're pretty famous around here, but for all the wrong reasons. You've caused us quite a few problems, huh? Enough chat, Artem. The appearance of this misfits out of thin air doesn't change our plans and the urgency of our situation. We need to go, and now. I understand completely. Our concerns lie elsewhere. Well, you said it yourself, boss. Actually... I don't know if I'm wrong, but he looks kinda similar to Reeve. And I think it's brought up that Reeve had something to do with this a long time ago. They could be like siblings or something. I don't know. Well, you said it yourself, boss. Your chariot awaits. Leave this nonsense to me. I'll close up the shop. Do what you will, but don't take Reeve lightly. Alon, this isn't over. Well, this isn't what I planned for at all. You know, all I wanted was a swift escape with no hiccups, and now look how things have turned out. From uncomplicated freedom to battling one of the most storied individuals in our organization in recent history. Oh, and there's Reeve too, I suppose. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, like, they kinda look similar. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. You've got jokes, but I'm not exactly in the mood for them. It's over for you lot. Is that so? On the contrary, there is time for jokes. In fact, you've been a joke to us this entire time, Reeve. How could you be so foolish as to think you had your foot on our throats so easily? We only needed one thing from you during our time in the city. Time. And you were extremely generous. To think it was you who first discovered, that's enough. So, okay, maybe I'm wrong about the whole, maybe like family siblings thing, but there is a connection between him and Artem, well, more specifically with Team Crescent itself. Very interesting. I told you I'm not in the mood. It's like what your boss said, enough chat. Well, it seems you do have some emotions after all. Touch a nerve, did I? Maybe I'm just the kind of guy who doesn't waste time chatting to nobodies. Oh please, it surprises me that you think your secrets are truly that. I was in the grid for a long time, Reeve. You should know more than anyone that from there, any secret is ripe for the taking. Nothing is truly buried. True. Now then, with introductions out of the way, let's see if the both of you are anywhere near as good as the hype. Both? Funny that you think we're gonna fight the two of us. You think creating time for your boss is that easily? Please, I don't need Alon's help to take on talentless half pair of you. Perhaps I misjudged you, or perhaps you really are as stupid as they say. You're giving yourself way too much credit. Alon, there's no point just standing around. Go after Baron and stop him before he gets away. It took long enough to stop Baron the first time, so let's make sure we shut him down for good this time. Don't look at me like you're worried or anything. Celia East is my home, remember? I'll do with chumps like these for a living. Now hurry up and get on out of here. Sounds like a plan. Let me save here. Oh, hey Shiv. What's going on? Alrighty. Sanders, why did I blaze cook? I guess that works. I got pretty lucky there. Fatally. Alrighty. I don't know why don't I just take it out? Blaze Kit. Memento. Is there a healing? Let me go back actually. I don't want to do all that just in case if there isn't a healing station there for Baron. I'm going to safely assume, regardless of what happens, Baron probably will get away. But I guess we'll find out. Oh, we're at the docks, okay. Boss, why are we running? That trainer, that was Alon. We had a chance to take them down. Stop, listen, and listen well. Alon and those petty gym leaders are no longer our main concern. The Foxes. If what they found is as promising as they believe, it may already be too late. Alon and the twins will be the least of our worries. For a moment. Oh, it's you again. Well, so much for Artem stopping you. I shouldn't be surprised, really. No matter what I do, you always find a way to be a thorn in my side, and truthfully, I don't even understand why. Tell me, Alon, when you defeated us at Bontilla, were you satisfied? Did you achieve the outcome you were looking for? Was everything sugar and rainbows once I was gone, or did someone else, another adversary, just take my place? For you to believe that quarreling with me will change things is foolish. Go prepare the boat. Let me deal with this. Yes, sir, right away. Oh, Alon. The twins, the Fox scientists, there's far more danger on Aura for you to be concerned with. I mean, here's the thing, right? He's not wrong with saying that. Because I'm gonna be real, I don't even know what his goal is anymore, honestly. I know back then it had something to do with like the dream because of Nova, but since, you know, the whole Darkrai thing and all that's done, I'm sure Baron has like somewhat of a different goal in mind, but somewhat similar to the Foxes and all, but I don't know, it's one of those things like, yes, there is a bigger threat, but that doesn't mean, oh, we're gonna focus on them, but we're going to ignore what you're doing. I don't know about that one. As it is, I only bide my time in that prison to allow us the means to track Walden Hall and his cursed research. But even then, we were always a step behind. We're not so different, Alon, because as I understand it, you were fooled too by another being not so different from the twins. So it's true then. Your reaction is all the evidence I needed. So Artem was right, and there is in fact another player in the game. Whatever the case, it doesn't matter anymore. After all, it's all related to the same construct in the end. Perfection, whatever it truly means. This is a waste of time, Alon. My quarrel lies with the Foxes, not you. I don't know. I don't know. I have nothing to convince you of and nothing to ask from you. At this point, you're simply in my way. Why do our encounters always end this way? At some point, I thought you would have realized that this gets you nowhere. If you won't simply stand aside, I'll have to take matters into my own hands. And this time, no one is around to save you. This time alone, I have nothing to lose. Can you say the same? Like, I get where he's, like, coming from, like, from his side of things. Like, if he does not stop the Foxes, more specifically Waldenhall, with what's going on, then there's no way Baron can really get anything done. He can't achieve what he wants to with, you know, them increasingly becoming more powerful. And still, it's still surprising to me that, oh, what was her name? The new leader, what's her name? Amelia, that's her name. I'm still surprised that she wanted to, at like, somewhat at like the beginning of the game, wanted to pretty much get rid of him and silence him. I don't know, I'll still never understand that. Like, why would you get rid of such an important, like, team member? I still don't know what's in her mind to do something like that. I don't get it. I don't know if it's just being, like I brought up before, just being power hungry, but it's like, without him, you know, you lose a ton of leverage. I don't know. But I got a feeling, I brought it up before, I feel like it might be a stretch, but there might be a scenario, you know, with them saying, fine, Waldenhall and whatnot, everybody wants to get him. It might be a situation that the team is like, yo, Waldenhall, some of us don't like you, but we're not here to kill you like Baron, Amelia. Come work with us. And then now we have huge leverage over the two, you know, criminal organizations. I don't think it's really going to play out like that, but that would be really interesting. Let's blaze kick here. Flame charge. I'm surprised he's still at speed. Probably max speed IVs, I assume. Let's go into you, Marcella Rock. I gotta remember, he has a high Dragon. Superior Dragon Pulse is gonna be a little bit scary. Oh. HP Ice, very interesting. Seismitoad. I should have super fanged. I was going for a flinch. You are scary. I don't know why, I kind of want to try to do this without any items. I know I definitely can, but... let me see what his final two are. Okay. Let me do that again. Alright, I'm gonna try Bamboo at the start. Just to switch things up. Alrighty. Heracross, Sonar. bamboo. The bamboo castle. I can stay in. Seismitoad. Hellstone. Sucks. That's okay. I don't think we can really lose in this situation. This attempt is foolish. I mean, to be fair, it doesn't do anything. He's just gonna run to the boat. So... you only delay your own suffering. You won again. Considering the ease with which you won, I don't even know why I bothered. It seems like you're improving faster than I expected. Such a waste. If only your ambitions was aimed at those who truly were a threat. Boss, the boat is ready to launch. Come on, get on. It would seem that I've overstayed my welcome in Celia. I suppose this is farewell again, Alon. Although, before I go, know this. Crescent is the least of your worries, Alon. You'd be wise to direct your attention to the foxes. Walden Hall has found something in the far north of Arcanius Island. I do not know what it is, but for Walden Hall to be this interested can only mean it's about perfection. If it's anything as important as he believes, it can only spell danger for the rest of us. Perfection, it's not what you think, Alon. It's not a gift, but a curse. Do with that information what you will. It's really interesting because I'm not trying to say like Baron's like a good guy or whatnot, but it's so interesting that at that moment he was like, you know what? Let me say this crystal clear. You don't have to like me. I think you're being dumb. But there is a larger threat in the room that you cannot afford to mess around with me. Which sucks because it's like, I don't want to leave him meddling around, but he's not wrong. There is a greater threat. Similar to back then with, whatchamacallit. It's like the same thing, just different, you know, circumstances. Like the whole Lilith thing with the twins. Lilith brought it up, hey, let's have a truce. You don't like me, I don't like you. Well, to be fair, Lilith's cool, but you don't like the foxes, and the foxes don't really like you. Let's create a truce. Let's stop the twins. They are the larger threat, and if we let them do what they want, I can't win, you can't win, and Baron can win. Darkrai wins. We did all that, and I believe we did everything right to get the perfect ending, so we took care of that pretty much, for the most part. But now things have shifted to the Black Foxes becoming the greater threat. So it just seems as if it's like a balance kind of like struggle, that we're trying to get leverage, but right now, you know, the Black Foxes, they're the ones with all the leverage. They have the majority of the power, not us and not Baron. I don't know. It's really interesting, and I'm curious on how this all plays out. Alon, there you are. I searched all over the prison for you. Oh darn it, I'm too late. Baron, he got away, didn't he? Darn it, darn it, darn it. Why? Why can't I get anything right at the moment? I shouldn't have waited around trying to help Reeve. I should have made it faster then. I mean, you can't really blame yourself. It can't matter, not right now. Baron, if he's escaped, then Crescent will be back to full strength before long. Darn it. Did you get anything out of him at least? Baron is heading to Arcanius to find Walden Hall. That's strange. If I recall, that's where Tristan said Darkrai had gone as well. Ooh, so everybody's going to Arcanius. Interesting. If there's a silver lining to anything, it would have seemed that the stars have aligned. With Baron, Walden Hall, and Darkrai all in Arcanius at the same time, it makes no sense for us to stick around here. Well then, Alana, looks like we've got our work cut out for us. We can sulk about losing Baron later. For now, let's go help Reeve and make a new plan. We lost this one, but we haven't come away completely empty-handed. That's what we have to tell ourselves. Come on, Alon, let's head back. Oh. Well, what are you doing there? Oh, they literally blocked it off. Alrighty. I don't know. I'm just really curious on how it all plays out. I really love what they're doing with the story. I love version 6. They've done a amazing job of everything. Who was I before all of this? Does anyone know anymore? Was I ever me? Unfortunately, no, Shiv. Ever since Darkrai got a hold of you. What the? Alon, I swear we only just came through here. Why does it feel so different? Something feels wrong, yet oddly familiar. Oh? Shiv, what's going on? I don't understand this feeling. I know what I must do, yet why do I struggle? Hesitation is weakness, yet here I am, seemingly crippled, unable to perform even the simplest of tasks. These feelings, these emotions. That feeling, it's so familiar, it's unmistakable. You must feel it too, Alon. This tunnel, it's not the same as the one we went through earlier. As I suspected, this must simply be an illusion. Shiv is here somewhere watching. I won't be fooled by some apparition, not again. This time, I'll keep my composure. Shiv. Why would you leave my side and abandon our cause? We always had the same goal. What made you change your mind? Your thinking was always absolute, so then what strayed you away? What led you astray? Sorry. Alon, I left him. If I stayed at Darkrai's side, I could have saved Shiv. I could have brought him back with me. We could have escaped together. If I hadn't been so afraid, Shiv would be free. Shiv, he deserved better from me. Alon, I don't expect you to truly understand. I left him to this horrible existence and chose to save myself instead. Where is there left for me to go? If it was you who left your closest friend behind to such a terrible fate, would you ever forgive yourself? Oh, God, you couldn't. I don't know how like the friendship points work in this game. I don't think you could really ever forgive yourself. I mean, you can, but I personally would never. I mean, I don't think I'd ever be in a situation that I'd do something like that in the first place, but just going off of if it did happen, I couldn't. I see. then perhaps you do understand if even in the slightest. If even in the slightest, sorry. Whatever the case, I won't repeat my mistakes, not this time. Shiv, he means too much to me. I know she probably doesn't care too much about Aurora, but I like to say both of them. This time, I will bring him home. There must be a reason to all of this. Perfection. That was our right from the very beginning. So why was it stripped away? Why was Darkrai just left to the void? Why am I missing? I mean, it's really interesting. I'm trying to keep in mind what Baron has said before. You know, perfection, it's a curse. And Lilith brought up, not necessarily it's a curse, but something similar, that she's like, you know, I'm not, you know, good or whatever. I'm a monster, I believe is what she said. So, there may be a cost to having perfection. I don't know. Anyways, though, I know that was a little bit random, but I told you, Shiv. Over and over, I repeated myself. I said I'd come back for you. So this time, please listen. At least this time, she's trying to stay as calm as she can. My certainty, it feels as though it's faltered. Can I really truly trust myself? Oh, hey, we're back here. Could it be that her words had some merit? I wonder if we'll see Lilith. Also, then again, Baron said there was another player within the game. I don't know if it's too, like, obvious. I wonder if it has to do with, what was her name? Eve? I don't remember. Was it Eve? No, it wasn't Eve. Garrett's, sister, younger sister. The Black Foxes took her in. Oh, what was her name? I forgot. But I wonder if she's like the third player. I'm not sure. Or perhaps, is this simply another fleeting memory? One to be discarded and sent to where no one will find it, standing in the way of what has always been our goal. Perfection. Oh. Even now amongst my confusion, my focus, my purpose, it remains unchanged. Otherwise, how am I to not lose myself? Oh wow. Bro, he's floating on the water. Shiv, is that really you? No more ghost, no more memories, just us. Shiv, it's me. Of course it is. Who else would I bring here? You being here was by my design after all. You and your quirky little gang of misfits have long overstayed your welcome. I'm only here to achieve what Darkrai could not in its infancy on Arif. Really, Shiv, is that it? It's nice to see you too, I guess. I'm sure you two are coming to realize that your relevance in the future is beginning to dwindle. Perfection. It's becoming clear that in the race to find it, you are no longer contenders. The Foxes and Walden Hall. Who knew their ascension would be so rapid in the wake of Lilith's absence? I can only assume that she intentionally held back her findings as to stop anyone claiming the power that will soon be ours. I honestly believe that. I really do think that Lilith, with her stumbling upon it, probably knew of the consequences, which I don't think we know of them as of now. But clearly, I think there is a consequence to achieving perfection. You know, having great power has a lot of responsibility, whatever that saying goes. But there may be a better way to word it. It pretty much, if you want more power, it comes at a cost, pretty much. Her Umbreon, she wants to keep its power all for herself, I suppose. Whatever the case, their ascension means that you are no longer useful to us. There won't be any heroics from you, Nova, not this time. So what? You brought us here to kill us. You really expect me to believe that, Shiv? You're acting like I wasn't with you for all that time stuck to Darkrai's hip in the same way you are. If you wanted to kill us, we'd already be dead. Very fair point. And we wouldn't have made it past the first dream in the sewer. Yet here we are. If the number of memories we're seeing are anything to go by, you are barely holding it together. Nonsense. Nova, it's over. Oh please, look at this pathetic excuse for a dream, Shiv. You barely got the sewer floor down before the real you took over before you lost control. This shining blue is your color after all. This dream, I know that it's not Darkrai's doing. It's yours. The number of memories, fragments of yourself wandering around this dream. I know that you're fighting Shiv. I know that you're still in there. There's nothing left, Nova. Nothing at all. I've made up my mind a long time ago. Really, Shiv? Have you truly? Is this what it looks like for you to have made up your mind? If you had truly forfeited me, sorry, and everyone else, these memories wouldn't exist at all. Not all of our memories together were controlled by Darkrai, yet here they remained. This in a reality that we shared together. This is a reality we share together, sorry. Darn it. Stay out of my head, Nova. You can't meddling. Or you can't keep meddling. Listen to me, Shiv. You're saying you would trade away everything, but for what? A purpose that you don't even understand? Perfection. It's Darkrai's goal, not yours. See, and that's the thing that's really difficult. I get where Nova's coming from, but I think it's a lot more complicated. Like, it's not like Shiv and Aurora. Well, Aurora isn't here. Let's say Shiv for now. Let's say he's like, okay, let's be together, Nova, happily ever after, like nothing ever happened. I don't think it's as easy, you know, to get away from that, you know. Because, like, with Nova, I think she had to, like, pull some strings with, like, Lilith or something to break a hold of Darkrai. So, I assume, like, Darkrai's hold has to be pretty strong on the twins. I don't know. But I get it. Or maybe I'm wrong and not understanding a few things. And deep down you know that it doesn't make any sense. What are you to gain from Darkrai reaching perfection, and who's to say Darkrai even deserves it? See, that's a really, you know, key thing there. The moment Darkrai gets perfection, why does he need the twins? I feel like he would pretty much, like discard them and then that's that. I don't know. Nova, you don't understand. You couldn't possibly. Really? How could I not when I was bound under the same illusion, the same feeling that control you can even over... I read that all wrong. That feeling, that control, you can overcome it, Shiv. You can come with us. We can stop Darkrai and help you be free. My mind, my thoughts, ever since you and Alon escaped, everything has been crumbling. So many of my memories feel disjointed or artificial. I find myself questioning my resolve, trying to find answers, but that feeling keeps stopping me. And the more I question, the more it hurts to answer. That feeling, it's Darkrai, Shiv. Darkrai's a part of us, and you need to learn to fight it. How, Nova? How can I win when I can't even... I can't even hold myself together. That's right, Shiv. You can't. No, not here, not now. Shiv, please listen to me. You're broken, Shiv, lost. Nothing more than the sum of your parts, however fragmented. Shiv, don't give up on me. You can still free yourself. Freedom? This lie remains a lie, a beacon from the deluded. Perfection is where we will find our answers, nothing less. Shiv, please, don't listen to this nonsense. I know you're in there. I know that deep down you're still Shiv. Darkrai. Shiv, please, don't leave me again. Your dreams, Shiv, could be so much more. If you only let your mind go, if only you realize what was truly important. These memories, her manipulations, false as they are, will only continue to spread. This pain that you feel, this blue scourge throughout your mind, it will only continue to hurt more. Shiv, darn it, no. Darn it. Shiv, please. You are only causing yourself more pain, Shiv. So simply let go, erase this dream, and forfeit these memories. Let yourself become part of the dream, like you always have been. Shiv, I couldn't bear if you left again. Please come home. If only I had a choice. Darkrai, whether your words are true or lies created to deceive me, even to simply hold myself together, I know what I must do. Nova, I suspect that I would have been sorry. Shiv, no. You hear unfamiliar words echoing in your mind. If you don't know your purpose, let me spell it out for you. You have none. In my absence, you were but a shell. Yet, even now, you continue to walk. I cannot begin to fathom how. For a moment. You still hear the voice swirling around in your head. Before you boarded the cruise ship all that time ago, who were you? Oh, Alon, you're awake. About time too. You know what? I know that voice kind of like appears here and there throughout the game. It is such a big stretch, but what if it has something to do with like Cresselia? I don't know. That's kind of a big stretch. You know, while I'm trying to better myself, I'm not actually a babysitter. The others mentioned you have a habit of doing this whole, passing out thing. That was a joke, It helps if you laugh. Yeah, okay, fine, wrong timing. Whatever the case, you've been zonked for a good day and a half, Alon. I couldn't tell you exactly what happened after I dealt with Artem and those grunts. I came after you to help with Baron, only to find you collapsed in the sewers. I didn't even see Nova despite sending her to help you. Oh, so she's... Gotcha. Probably got teleported with Shiv or something. Oh, you ran into Shiv, huh? Darn, now I see how heavily the odds are stacked against us. That would explain why Nova's missing again. Whatever the case, there's no time to waste. I didn't drag you far from the sewers where I found you. We're just at a tiny apartment I own in the Celia dockside. It ain't much, but it's close enough to that you can get back to the others without a fuss. So I guess Baron got away, huh? Darn. This is all my fault, Alon. I should have been onto them sooner. I should have known that they were just playing me. The stuff that Lieutenant Artem said about me is true, you know. I've been lazy, irresponsible. If I didn't spend all that time partying and actually try being the leader I used to be, this wouldn't have happened. I mean, here's the thing, and I feel like a lot of people, you know, kind of like fall down this rabbit hole within like their minds and whatnot, that you have to understand that like you have done a ton of work and a ton of progress. I mean, look at Silly East. Look at what you've made it to be what it is now. Like, you've done a ton. Sorry for the pause there, had to go take something out of the oven. But anyways, though, what I was saying, pretty much like a lot of people, you know, they go down this rabbit hole and, you know, they blame themselves for stuff that is pretty much out of their control. Like, he's done like a lot of progress with Silly East and whatnot, and has done great successfully and all that kind of stuff. Unfortunately, things that are out of your control are just going to happen. And there's nothing you could do about it. Sure, he may have, you know, slipped up a little bit, you know, focusing on the wrong things here and there, but overall, you can't fully blame yourself for what has happened. What matters is when, you know, things go upside down, it's more so what are you going to do then? What are we going to do to prevent it from happening again? And what are we going to do to, you know, get Baron and all of them back? So, yeah. I guess overall, just have a little more faith in yourself is all, you know? It's all good, you got it. Things happen, and that's just that. Let me stop rambling there. I actually tried being a leader I used to be. This wouldn't have happened. Crescent, the council, even the lowest of the gangs of Celia East have taken so much control from this district, while I've just been stumbling around in a drunken stupor. However you say that word. This one's on me, Alon, but I want to make things better, so the least I can do is help you and the others out. Darkrai, Walden Hall, they need to be my responsibility too. I'm just about to meet the others at the Surge. Now that you're awake, you best come along too. You know, I wasn't honest before, Alon. I didn't tell you everything I knew about perfection. Well, that was kind of obvious. We'll chat more at Surge, yeah? By the way, thank you for helping contain the prison break. Without your help, who knows how much worse this could have been. I think they'll still be clearing up at the prison, but if you went on over there, I'm sure they'd be grateful. Not to mention that we still haven't had a chance to go through the Crescent Lab. I suspect checking it may be worth your time. Whatever the case, I owe you one, Alon. Well, thanks for that. Alrighty then. I wonder if we can... You know what? Alrighty. There's some Crescent Grunts there. Oh, this is like a whole new area. Gotcha. Alright, so let me... Air slash here. Super Fang. What am I doing? Here we go. Alrighty. Oh. So she's back. Oh man, there's a lot to do here. Okay, so this is Celia East. I mean... I'm curious. You know what? before I do the whole jail thing, I just realized we're like 50 minutes in. Well, let me get this guy out of the way real quick. Just so I don't have to worry about it. Torpedo. Alrighty. I guess what I can do is... Oh, that's weird. You can literally go into the prison. Oh. Hey, Ryder. You know what? I assume this is like a whole side quest thing. I'm not gonna do that right now. I'll do that... Honestly, probably... Well... I guess we might... Well... I kind of want to continue the story. I don't know yet. Either next episode might be a side quest episode, or we might just continue with Surge, because I assume... Well, hopefully this doesn't actually, like, go away after making more progress. I don't think it would be, like, a missable quest, so... Yeah, but anyways, though, we'll end the video off here since we're about over 50 minutes now. But anyways, though, thank you guys so much for watching. Definitely do appreciate it, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Good morning.